Good evening everyone, this is Joel, the farm manager at Norwich FarmShare, and I'm gonna try and do a series of videos for kids. My friend Marina asked me if I could do a tour of the farm for her and her son Sonny in Brighton. So let's see how this goes. Got very scruffy hair at the moment because my hair is pretty scruffy in general, but also because hairdressers, barbers are quite hard to find these days, and I haven't yet got the courage to shave it all off with a pair of clippers, but that may be on the card soon. So what I'm going to do is just take you around the farm and ask you some questions. I did used to be a teacher, quite like asking questions, so I'm going to ask lots of questions, and then it's up to you guys at home to see if you can answer the questions. What's slightly annoying is I can't seem to turn this round in the same video, so I'm going to have to stop it and restart it without it facing me. But it's about 7 o'clock and it's Tuesday evening. I shouldn't be here really because I'm only paid 9 to 5. You could try and work out how many hours that is. So I work 2 days 9 to 5, and my colleague and the other grower on the farm, Jack, also works 2 days 9 to 5. So if you add up all the hours that we work each week, you can work out the total number of hours that we're paid to work on the farm. Now that is not nearly enough to keep this farm going. It's not very big, but we have lots of volunteers and they come and also do lots of hours. So sometimes we have 5 volunteers on the farm from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. You could work out how many hours that is extra that they're doing, and they're not paid. So that would be the amount of extra money that we would need to make from the farm to pay those people if they were working for money. So I'm going to show you 5 different plants, and I want to see if you can identify them. So hopefully you can still hear me. This is the big tunnel, which we call Tunnel 1, which is about 19 to 20 metres long, and it's got 6 beds in it. Each of these beds is 80 centimetres wide. Now if the tunnel is 20 metres long and the bed is 80 centimetres wide, you can work out how many square metres each bed is. Some of you will be able to work out how to do that. Some of you might need a little hint. Now if you work out the area for one of these beds, oh, there's Jeffrey. If you work out the area for one of these beds, and there are 6 beds, you can work out the total area in this polytunnel that we have to grow on, because we obviously don't grow in the paths here because that's covered in wood chip. Now this is an interesting plant. I would like to know if you can identify this flower. Begins with B, it's got 5 petals, and if you pull off the flower like that, I'm now going to eat that. It's quite nice. So the second question is, can you count all the flowers on there? No, that's a joke. But that's an edible flower, which I am curious if you know the name of. Really beautiful. So this is another vegetable. This is really common on our farm and it grows really well. This is the leaf. It's quite a big leaf. It comes in yellow and red and also white. Can you find out why this vegetable has different colours? I don't actually know, but one thing I do know is people like it because it's pretty when they cook it. So that's the second plant. That was the first one, that's the second one, and we are going to, where shall I go next? Up here. A little bit of a run because it's getting quite cold. It's actually 7 degrees now this evening. It's a bit chilly because it's been really warm recently, and that's not great because some crops don't like it when it gets too cold. Maybe you can tell me why. What happens to some plants when the air temperature gets too cold? Now this is another really beautiful vegetable. Now the vegetable hasn't actually arrived yet. but the flowers are here and they're really pretty. Maybe you know this plant, might not be that familiar, but it's got loads of flowers, and eventually in a few weeks those flowers are going to turn into something that we can eat. Do you know what it is? I'm actually trying to find one of the flowers that's already started changing, but I don't think there are any. So that is the third one, and let's see, here's number 4. Just making this up as I go along. It's called winging it, or flying by the seat of our pants. So this is another one. This is a lovely crop. I'm going to eat that. So succulent. And put that in a pan with some water, a bit of butter. Only for a couple of minutes, it's delicious. So, do you know what that plant is? That's number 4. And then over here, it's a big blue plant, which has been growing for a long time. Now that's a tractor. It doesn't get used very much because we don't really need a tractor on our farm. It costs a lot of money to run and buy. Quite noisy and smelly. Now, this is a herb. This might be a bit tricky. Actually, I'm going to do this one. It's a bit easier to start with. This is a herb which is really strong. You can make tea out of it. Sometimes it's used to flavour cakes and biscuits. It's really commonly used in tea, and that's all I can think to say about it at the moment, but that's number 5. So guys, that's the first of Farmer Joel's little tours of the farm. If you like this, then comment underneath, although I don't know if you're actually allowed to be on Facebook, which is probably where I'll post this, but let me know what you think, and send me some messages, tell me what you want to see, and we'll try and make your lockdown a little bit more interesting. And if you can't get to a farm, then this is a way for you to see what's going on. Jeffrey's following me. I was just going to show you this because I made this the other day. It is a bird bath, and hopefully some birds will enjoy washing themselves in there and keeping cool. So, see you soon. Bye.